Hello, welcome to Cable Plus Property, your #1 online educative platform on all issues related to land and landed properties. This is where we provide easy access to all Nigerians and non-Nigerians for every information related to land and landed properties. We make sure that you have the right information and knowledge on building construction, documentation, registering your property, and obtaining planning permit. My name is Oiza, and it's always a pleasure to be here on the show. In this video, I have with me Oba, the Adeboruwa of Igbogbo Kingdom, a land professional of law. He is the one and only Kabiyesi Oba Semiudeen Orimadegun Kasali. Come with me. Sir, the menace of Omonile is making difficult access to land and guaranteed security. Would like to take your thoughts on this, sir. Are Omoniles necessary in a civil society like ours?
You see, that question is, you said whether an Omonile is necessary. We are all Omoniles. There's nothing wrong in being an Omonile. Okay, Omonile. Land owning family. There's nothing wrong, except you want to talk about people, land speculator, land grabbers.
But they hide under the name.
The Omoniles. There's nothing wrong in being an Omonile. I'm Omonile in my father's land. Yes, there's nothing wrong. But regarding your question concerning the excesses of some of them and the problem we have with land grabbers, and I think my own approach to it is that I think everybody, all of us, I think we should sit down together and sign a pact among ourselves. Now let me now divide it between ourselves and the police. Because what I discover from my own experience is that some of our policemen are corporate. They are the ones that, so to say, empower these people to go all out to be harassing people on there. And they encourage these things. So I think we should just sit down and see how we can. Let's sign a pact that me, as an ordinary person, you as the law enforcer, okay, I will not bring back case to you. We will not take bribe from me. Me, I will not do bad thing. I will not give you bribe for you to. So I think we have a changed society. It is not something that we have been saying it. We continue to say it from not, except if we all decide to have a change of heart and approach to how we have noticed in life. So it's no big deal. You sell a land for somebody, there's nothing wrong. You sell it legitimately. The land can be there for years. But it is not in all cases now. You sell a land, somebody sell land for you. You don't take possession. In the next few hours, you find somebody else building on the land. So it's so sad that those are the things that we are trying to address. These are the things that myself, in my capacity now, I'm trying to see how I can intervene in most cases and let people see that this is something. This thing is wrong. It must not continue in our society.
Thank you for that, sir. So, as a legal practitioner, I would like you to enlighten the viewers on this phenomenon, that's compulsory acquisition, compensation, and title documents in general.
Well, simply put, in regarding to that question, it's a loaded one. If we are to address all the areas that you mentioned in that question, will not live here today. The exercise of the power of compulsory acquisition lies with government. The law gave the land in every state of the federation and trust the land into the governor of that state. It is not out of place for the government, to see a land suitable for a purpose, to decide to acquire that land for that purpose. But in doing that, the law still provides that these are things that government should do for the occupants or the owner of the land, the people residing on the land. Where the law is followed, purposely, there will be no problem. But if it is not popular, if there's a missing link in compliance with what the law says, that's where you have people, joining issues with government. Then coming to the issue of compensation and the thereafter, where there are laws that say that compensation need not be adequate, but in most cases, what must be reasonable. So the people must be compensated for what. And where you now have issues again is that if the land is acquired for a purpose by governments, the law will want to see that that purpose is explored to the fullest. And if the land was not being used for that purpose again that was acquired, the position of law is that the law reverts to the people, the original owner, automatically. So that area is, we have so many controversies surrounding it. And that's the area that I want the government to always look into, so that we will not continue to have rancor within the society regarding how to use land for development.
So let's talk about community development associations. I know you can relate well with this as a traditional ruler yourself. So how relevant are these associations to physical development? Now, I know you agree with me that the government cannot be everywhere. So we need these associations in our society. But then how relevant are they really to physical development?
Thank you. There are two ways to that question.
Okay.
Let me first of all react to their relevance. The law recognized the CDC, and that's why there's a law in Lagos State that recognizes them as a body for them to operate. That's because they are what we call the grassroots in this part of our state. So they are relevant, and it's very easy for the government to relate to the people through the body as it is. Regarding the planning aspect of it, you are now asking me to lead with the relevant ministry, not only planning, to see how they can relate to people through the CDA or CDC as a body, to achieve the purpose for which the ministry is set up or the agency is set up. So the exploring the body as a whole will make things easy for governments to get government policy and to the people in the grassroots. So that's just the reaction to that question. They are very, very relevant to the society, and they have the palace have been using the body to reach out to our people or wherever we have anything, any cause for that.
So in other words, there's a need for synergy between them and the government.
That word synergy is very vital. So
okay, still on the CDA, sir, how can they be made to effectively participate? Now, I want you to be particular about how the government can really make use of them for the benefit of their community and the state at large.
Thank you. Let's limiting it to physical planning. So now, they will know who and who is coming to that community. They will know who and who is building a particular building and anything. So they should be able to ask questions. Because they have link to government, they have it behoves on them to relate with government and let the government know that somebody somewhere is building this. They can be used to monitor physical planning activities. They can be used to nip in the bud the incidence of collapse building in the state. Because when you see something, you say something. They are expected to let government know that a building in a particular street within our area is distressed. The construction work is going on a particular site in our area. We want them to come and clarify whether it is approved or not. It's part of their responsibility. Now, not limiting it to physical planning. Okay, you want to talk about people blocking drainage, people, dumping refuse in the drainage, or there's flood prevalent in this area whenever it rains. There's need for the government to come and construct drainage within, or the need for government to come and clear a canal within. So their existence as a body will, which is recognized by the government, will hasten, as they have been doing for some of the CDC. They have been doing to pass across to government informations that will be relevant to the implementation of the government policies as we have it in the state. So it's a win-win situation for them. That synergy must be encouraged at all times.
So when you mentioned the communities reporting developers who probably do not have the approval, and the thought dropped on my mind, like, how easy will it be for them when they themselves are probably culprits of the approval as well? They probably do not have approval for their buildings also. So we are now in a society where, because I am also not doing what I ought to do according to the law, when someone else beside me is doing the same, I don't have the effrontery to report. Okay, sir, recently the Lagos State government held a stakeholders meeting with developers and landowners with the theme benefit of voluntary compliance with a planning permit, right here in Lagos State at Etiosa, to be precise. What is your take on this, sir, and how can it be passed down in clear and understandable terms to people of the Igbogbo Kingdom?
Thank you very much. I want to thank the state government for because I was opportune to be at that program on that day, and I was impressed. I was impressed about the attendance and the new outlook created for the body that organized that event on that day. And I want to commend the Commissioner for Fiscal Planning and the PS and the General Manager for the agency. In fact, let me commend all the General Managers that were invited of relevant agencies. We have the safety, we have the material testing, we have the Surveyor General Office. The team was a complete, and I was impressed. And I couldn't wait further on that day because I have another event to go. So my plan was to make a comment and insist that as it is organized in Ethiopia on that day, I want them to replicate it in all the division of the state. Let them make it the Bile affairs. Let them bring it to all the division. Let them go to Badagry. Let them go to Ekpe. Let them come to Ikorodu. Let them go to organize one in Ikeja and make it loud. Invite all the traditional rulers. Invite the Baales. Invite all the citizens. And that forum because the information that they were able to pass out on that day, I said I was impressed because it was simplified. These are things that you must do. These are agencies that you must go to get this, and the information that was given, that to get approval in Lagos now. I was in service when they were talking about Operation 3030, that for you to be able to have your approval in 30 days.
30 days.
But it's been narrowed down to 10 days now. Things are changing. We have a situation where people can construct a building, a two-story building, within 10 days. You're talking about fabricated building. So, what are we talking? So people can, if you can, we'll get to a situation where you can get your approval within a day. We can get to a situation where we can have it within 5 days. Well, we are having it within 10 days. It's a good thing. So I think the government should make noise about it. Let them come to our, like I suggested, let it be, spread to all other divisions, and let people be aware that such thing is going on within government circle.
We'll go on a quick commercial break and we'll be right back.
Cable Plus Property, the hub of professionals in the built environment and the #1 online educative platform on all issues related to land and landed property. At Cable Plus Property, our aim is to ensure that all Nigerians and non-Nigerians have at the tip of your fingers, free of charge, all information on landed matters. We provide you with all information you need to know about land procurement, land documentation and development, planning permit procurement, building construction, and so on. Join us today for free by subscribing to our YouTube channel, like and follow us on our social media platforms, and check us on our website www.cableplusproperty.com. Together, we shall make our environment better. Spend and build right.
Hi, welcome back. It's still the Cable Plus Property Show, and I still have with me Semiudeen Kasali. Thank you, sir. No pain, no gain, they usually say. And now, when one passes through this road, you see that the government has finally awarded the reconstruction of the deteriorated Igbogbo road. So, sir, what is your advice to the government, in particular in the area of good project delivery, and what are, because I believe you are here as the speaker for the people of the Igbogbo Kingdom. So what are the expectations of the people in this regard?
Thank you very much. Before I answer that question, I want to use the opportunity to appreciate Mr. Governor, Mr. Babajide Olusegun Sanwo-Olu, his deputy, Dr. Obafemi Hamzat, and other members of the executive. We cry loud, and they heard our cry. Yes, the governor came at a time when they came to commission the Prince Abiodun Ogunleye housing estate, and did promise to do it. But for somebody like me, I'm aware of what is obtained in the state in terms of the financial situation that we found ourselves. But regardless of that, I must continue to champion the cause of our people. And together, I want to appreciate the leaders within the community, too, the political leaders who have had the cause to use every opportunity to relate with the governor also, that this road must be attended to at every point in time. So it gladdens our people's hearts that suddenly the governor said, approve, that the road must be constructed. Even when a lot of people are believing that we are going to wait for another year or two. So it is a relief to people flying through that road on a daily basis. And we want to appreciate the governor for that. And then that good project delivery. The Lagos State, in Lagos, we are blessed with people of high quality who know their onions. The special advisor to Mr. Governor on Works and Infrastructure, Mrs. Aramide Adeyoye, that woman is a thoroughbred, a professional to the core, and has assured us that that road will be something to be reckoned with, even by the known contractors that we know all over. They will come and look at the road, and they will, that is the assurance that we have gotten. And I want to believe they will deliver a very good work on that road. So I appreciate all of them, including the citizens who have had to bear the pains of having to endure everything that must be endured passing through that road. I want to thank them for bearing with us, the leaders, the traditional leaders, the political leaders in this community, because we know where it pinches. The business is not going, the property owners, some had to abandon their property to live elsewhere. So it's coming as a relief, and we want to appreciate everybody now.
Thank you, sir. As a real father, sir, how do you think the traditional institution of ownership like yours can be made relevant by the state government in terms of embracing orderly physical development?
Thank you. I think I've mentioned it. This is something that I think I've suggested at a fora, and I want to use this fora to say it, and that it is an area that the government must explore to the fullest. We have in Lagos State the Council of Obas and Chiefs. We have in the local government, we have at the divisional level, we have Council of Obas and Chiefs. But at the state level as a whole, we have Obas under the chairmanship of the Oba of Lagos, Obarilewa and Akinolu. I believe the government can use that body effectively to achieve the policy implementation in the state, for us to have a livable society. Yes, they may have been doing it, but I want to encourage them to do more. I believe there are some areas that they have not touched. I believe the approach that they have been using is not too effective. Let them look at it in another way and see how they can. I believe we have professionals among the Obas. Even those that are not professionals, we have people that are. It is not everybody that must go to university, but we have those that have not passed through the university, but they will talk to you intelligently. They will not. You will wonder whether they are not professor or they are not a PhD holder. So we don't, at that council, we don't have people who don't think. And that is why they find themselves in that position, as agreed by the various communities. So the government should equally use that body for policy and implementation. So we are there. For me, any day, anytime, we have been doing that. I will continue to make ourselves available.
So being a professional of law and now a king, I am confident that you've achieved quite a number of things. So I would like you to take this opportunity and give us the honor to tell us what your achievements have been since you got enthroned as the Kabiyesi, the Adeboruwa of Igbogbo Kingdom.
Achievement. God is God that is in control. Simply put, it's God that is in charge. It is not by my making. So, but I want to thank God for the grace of being in the position that I found myself. If by 7 years ago somebody told me that you are going to be, I'll tell the person to go and sit down. I can even fight with that person. But the grace of God, the destiny is there for. So I want to thank God for everything that has been happening. Everything happening within the Igbogbo community and the environment is not by my power. It is that God has said this thing must happen at every point, this time. And positive things will continue to happen. And things that are happening on the side of government, I want to thank government for looking at our side. I want to thank my people. I want to appreciate them in every way for being there always to render their whatever assistance the one they can do in terms of look at the road. A lot of people willingly give way their ancestral to pave way for the expansion of the road leading to that community, to connect to other major towns. So a lot of people were at something that, but when we talk, when we judge, they agreed. Yes, when we allow development to, so the government promised them compensation. They've paid some, but we want to appeal to government to please help us see how they can resolve others and settle others. So these are the commitments that they have given that I will forever appreciate all of them for. And we continue to appeal to some land-owning family. Please give us land for projects. They give without looking back. The fact that you want to talk to them, they are ready to listen to you. That is worth commending them for. The fact that they surrender themselves to, they allow you to have a peaceful reign, is enough. So I want to thank God for everything and pray that God will continue to be with us in that community, in Lagos State as a whole, in Nigeria as a whole.
Amen.
And answer our prayers so every other areas that we believe He should just intervene so that we can have a livable society. That's all.
Thank you, sir. Finally, sir, I would like you to say something about the Cable Plus Property Company and also give a little piece of advice.
Yes, I want to commend the management of Cable Plus Property Communication Network. It's been a very nice way of reaching out to our people to know their rights regarding properties and planning generally. It's an innovation that I will want to plead with the management to continue to improve on it so that we're just starting. My prayer is that you will not stop midway.
Amen.
The company will continue to work stronger. The staff will continue to reap their fruits, the fruit of their labor as they are progressing.
Amen.
And the sky will just be the limit for the organization. I wish them well. I want them to not to be discouraged by whatever challenges that they may be facing now. It's all part of it. So later we'll have a better story to tell by the time we sit down and we are celebrating some years of being in existence.
Thank you very much for your time,
You're
sir.
welcome.
It's an honor speaking with you, and I really do appreciate it. Thank you,
for
sir.
having me.
Thank you for watching. I trust that you enjoyed that conversation. I mean, who wouldn't? That was Kabiesi Oba, the Adeboruwa of Igbogbo Kingdom, Oba Semiudeen Kasali. And my name is Oiza. Of course, as always, ensure that you click the subscribe button below this video, like and share with friends, family, and colleagues. Don't forget to also head on to our social media pages, Instagram and Facebook at Cable Plus Property. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.